Well, welcome everyone to the Logan Mason ROSC. My name is Grace Irvin. I'm the prevention coordinator here at Chestnut Health Systems. Today is March 19th, and I'm excited that you guys are here today for our virtual meeting. So what we got going on is we're just going to kind of give a refresher of what a ROS gives, and introductions, give you an update of what previous events happened, um, and talk about some cards and flyers, our harm reduction resources that are out in the community. We have some topics about our reframing recovery boxes, and then we have some upcoming trainings and meetings that I want to give you guys a heads up about, and then I'll send you guys on your way for the quickest hour of our whole lives. So, as a refresher, it sounds good, Nicole. Thank you for letting me know. What is Recovery-Oriented Systems of Care, or ROSC? So ROSC is a coordinated network of community-based services and supports that is person-centered and builds on the strengths and resilience of individuals, families, and communities to experience recovery and improved health, wellness, and quality of life for those with or at risk of substance use and/or mental health challenges. The central focus of a ROSC is to create an infrastructure or systems of care with the resources to effectively address the full range of substance use and/or mental health challenges within communities. So what does that mean for Logan Mason? Well, it means that we are improving access to health, wellness, and holistic recovery options for people who are at risk of or suffering from substance use disorder while educating and connecting Logan and Mason counties to reduce stigma and improve recovery outcomes. So today, I would like you to obviously tell us who you are, your agency and affiliation, and then what is your favorite way to unwind after a long work day? Um, so I will obviously start. So again, my name is Grace Irvin. I'm prevention coordinator here at Chestnut Health Systems, overseeing the Logan Mason ROSC, supporting the Livingston ROSC, overseeing the Logan Mason Substance Use Prevention Grant, and also the base grant Build, Amplify, Support, and Empower. So one of my favorite things currently is I like to snuggle with the cutest puppers in the entire world named Chloe. She's a big snuggler. I also am into building Legos or puzzling. So, and obviously watching TV and definitely binged The Mormon Wives recently. So, feel bettering about my own life. So, we'll go with Dominic, then Kara, then Tyler.
Hey guys, Dominic Valenti, work with alongside Grace and Tyler on at Chestnut Health Systems under the Logan Mason County Substance Use Prevention Grant. I would say, depending on the day, probably working out and or reading. Those are probably my two big ones to help rewind.
Awesome. Thanks for being here, Dominic.
I am Kara Davis. I am the Director of Nursing at the Logan County Department of Public Health. And depending on the time of year, but this time of year, now that it's getting warmer, I like to hang out on my deck or go for a walk. But in the winter, I like to binge shows and I like to do the adult paint by numbers, which then I frame and hang in my office at work.
Yes, I just did one on my girls' weekend and I haven't finished it, but it's
Uh,
very fun.
I've done one, two, three, four, five. I've done six.
They're intense.
Yeah, they are. They really are. They're a lot of fun. Oh, and I do have two dogs and three cats and three kids. So I don't have a lot of time to unwind, but when I do.
Well, thanks for being here, Kara.
Hi, everyone. I'm Tyler Winger. I'm a prevention specialist. I work alongside Grace and Dominic as well. We service Logan and Mason County primarily with youth prevention programming. And I would say my favorite thing to do to wind down is go to the park if it's nice weather out. And if it's winter time, then just lay in bed. I know it sounds kind of sad, but that always seems to help me for sure.
I mean, that's not sad. That sounds amazing. All right, we'll go with Ron, Ani, and Cami.
All right, I'm Ron with Children's Shelter and Services. I'm the Director of Prevention Outreach, so I get to go out and talk to kids and everybody and such. When I'm not working, my thing is hanging in the garage. I make steampunk lamps out of old gauges and railroad uh, electrical line insulators and uh, just for fun.
That is so cool, Ron. See, the things you would never know if I didn't ask these questions. Well, thanks for being here. That is awesome. All right, Ani.
Hi, my name is Annie Fox. I don't have any affiliation at the moment, but Kat Hayes had invited me to the Logan Mason ROSC as well as the McLean County ROSC just to get an idea of how things are working. For relaxation, I'm also a big puzzler. I really love the Puzzmo daily games, so they do like crosswords and things like that. And then I also like to read, but now that it's getting a little bit nicer out, I'm a big birder, so I'm excited to get back into nature now that it's actually nice in Central Illinois.
Well, awesome. Well, thanks for being here. Yeah, Kat gave me kind of a heads up because I'm in the office today, so she let me know. So it's nice to have you on here today. Thank you.
Yeah.
Was I next? I don't
You are.
remember.
Yeah, you're good,
I'm
Cammy.
Cami. Thank you. I'm Cami Garrison. I'm with the Statewide ROS Project. I'm the technical assistant for Region 3 and community health coordinator. And how I unwind after a hard day's work, murder, murder podcasts, murder documentaries.
I'm with
Sicko.
I'm with you though. I'm 100% with you. Thanks for being here, Cammy. All right, we'll go Danny, then Caitlin, then Lisa.
I'm Danny Hernan, the community health worker for SIU Family Medicine in Lincoln. And Grace, I swear I'm not stealing your idea, but I just got a puppy like 2 weeks ago. So like right now that's a big one. But then I also really love building Lego. So that's something I do often and probably spend too much money on.
I
So
don't see if there's a way to even spend too much money. I think that they are just too much money, and we just tend to give them our money, and they need to just bring the prices down.
I agree. I agree.
Hmm.
Hi everyone, I'm Caitlin Lehman with University of Illinois Extension, formerly SNAP Ed, but now I am on our health and community wellness team as well as 4-H. And what I like to do to unwind, my husband and I together, we have 3 boys and our fourth is on the way. So I think that just sitting down at supper and hearing about everybody's day, how school went, and they're in like every extracurricular activity offered to them. So just hearing what's going on in their lives and stuff. It helps me unwind from my day.
Well, thanks for being here, Caitlin, and congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
Hi, everyone. I'm Lisa Latham from West Central Illinois AHEC. Um, I am AHEC coordinator. We're housed at Memorial Hospital in Carthage. And I am an animal lover. I've got a total of 7 cats and 2 dogs. So I have lots of cuddles and lots of happy four-legged kids ready to see me when I get home. So that's nice. My teenage daughter, it's a hit and miss with that one. She'll be 17 here, so you can relate. So
Oh, yeah. I mean, I can't relate because I don't have a teenage daughter, but I can imagine because I was that teenager. Well, thanks for being here, Lisa. All right, we'll go Matt, then Jeanette, and then Carmen and Tammy. I assume, Matt, you might be driving.
Yeah, I was trying to. Can you hear me?
Yep, we can.
Okay, cool. It's on my phone on the screen, and I have headphones in. I'm doing great right now, but I
You're
am
doing
parked.
great.
I'm parked finally, so there's the general public is safe now. Anyway, my name is Matt Lanchin. I am with Gateway Foundation, and my favorite way to unwind is honestly playing video games after work for about an hour or so. Completely transitions me. Big fan of video games. Probably not the best, but I love it so, so much and it works.
I'm with you there. I also love a good video game. All right, Miss Jeanette.
Hey, good people. Jeanette Davis here. Just getting over some yucky stomach bug, y'all. But glad to be here. I have the privilege to serve as a community engagement specialist for Memorial Behavioral Health. And one way outside of murder, I'm with Cami. Any murder documentary is a go. I love a nice hot shower, um, and great music. And don't forget good snacks, and well, I can go on, but I love y'all. Glad to be here.
Glad you're here, Jeanette. I'm sorry you're feeling pooey. All right, Carmen, then Tammy, and possibly Nicole if you can.
Hello, Carmen Lanham. I'm with Family Guidance Centers. I'm with the Regional Substance Use Prevention Integration Center, covering 28 counties, and Logan County is one of those counties that we cover. Um, Usually ways I like to unwind is when I get home, I'll read a book, or depending on the day where my brain is just done, I just tend to doom scroll on TikTok or something. Um, and then especially with it getting nice out, we actually were able to go just a little while ago. Me and another Kristen that I work with, we actually work right next to a park. So nice days, especially if we're having frustrating days when you get out, we just go for a quick walk, come back in, finish our day. So
That's awesome. Well, thanks for being here, Carmen.
Hi, I'm Tammy Rockford. I'm with Sangamon County Department of Public Health, the Early Intervention Program. We cover Logan, Mason, Menard, and Sangamon County for our families. Um, oh gosh, my favorite thing to do to unwind. I have 5 kids, 3 of which are still in college, so I like to get on the road and go visit. And I have one athlete, so football season, I'm gone every weekend, and I never thought I would value my alone time in the car as much as I do. I love a good road trip with whatever music I want to listen to. So, and it's beautiful outside today.
It is. It is really nice out. Well, thanks for being here, Tammy. I do love a good alone time in the car. Nicole, are you able to give us a little intro? Going with a no. But Nicole Tinker, she is with the Trillium, and they are located at 205th Street within Hope on 5th, which is very exciting. Um, all right, so moving on. Wanted to just let everyone know that these are the new and improved flyers and cards for our meetings in Logan and Mason County. So thank you to Jeanette and everyone else of everyone who she connected with and Tristan to let us know that these are all correct and all the things. So these have been sent to the printers and they are in the process of being printed. So those will be out soon. So I'm very excited to get those in my hands very soon and out into the community. Then just a reminder, we do have our resource directory cards. So if you do want some, we have plenty on hand. So we do have our Mason County Resources.org and Logan County Resources.org. And Ron, I heard you did a little shout out to about us, which was really exciting. That you were on a meeting and Patty Schonauer emailed us and let us know that you gave us rating reviews, which I was like, oh, look at you, Ron. That was very sweet of you. So thank you. But we try to get everything out there and um, on these resource directories as much as possible. So if you have anything on there that needs to be updated, added, changed, just fill out the forms that are on the front page. And yeah. So some of the events that we had the alleviate your wellness. So they had the Wellness Expo at the Lincoln Park District. There were a million pictures. There's slideshows on the Lincoln Daily News. So I made about like 25 to 30 contacts. I am unsure about how many people actually showed up. But there were, I think I saw in the article about 25 new vendors that were a part of it, which is really exciting. And so it was fun. We had I had really good conversations with individuals, which was really awesome. So I very much enjoyed all of the things. We also had the next day, March 15th, we had our free bowling event for families in Logan County. That was supported by the Crime Stoppers Lincoln Memorial Hospital and also the ROSC. We handed out free food, so there was hot dogs, chips, apples, and some free giveaways through us. And there's a lovely little article that I'll be posting on social media later with a slideshow with some pictures as well. But there was about 125 people that came through, which was really exciting. All 16 lanes at the bowling alley were full. And it was from 11 to 1, and that was filled the entire time, which was really fun. So never a dull moment there. It was great. We had a great time. Um, and this event happens every other year, so the attendance um is always a hit. So this is always a great event to be a part of. So and then yesterday, Tyler, Dominic, and I were part of the Havana Community Health Fair, where it was kind of a bust, but that's okay. Where it was through the Mason County Coordinating Council at the Havana Park District Gym. Um, I mean, technically that was not yesterday, but it was on St. Patrick's Day. So there was a couple other people that came through. They had like a workout class down below and then they came through afterwards. But we had a decent amount of vendors that were there. I think just because of the day, it was a voting day. There was just like a lot happening. So I think that just yeah, it was just like a lot of factors. So it's just something to think about in the future. But I mean, we're happy to be there. So the two people got a lot of info and they will get some gift cards. So that's all that matters. Um, nope, that was the wrong way. Keep going. PowerPoint. All right. So our Logan County Harm Reduction resources. So we have plenty of resources in the community and always looking to add some more. So at the Family Custom Cleaners, we have a vending machine that has naloxone, fentanyl, and xylazine test strips is available 24/7. At the health department, between their operating hours and their vestibule, there is a naloxone, fentanyl test strips, xylazine test strips as well. And then they also have a 24/7 drug disposal drop box. Just no sharps, no liquids in there. At Hope on Fifth, there is naloxone, fentanyl, and xylazine test strips as well during operating hours at 200 Fifth Street. The Malplasky Library District has all of those items as well. The Logan County Jail has those items as well as available 24/7. And they also, when inmates leave, they also get a bag of resources, which is very exciting, that have those items inside of them. And the Atlanta Public Library also has naloxone as well during operating hours, and their hours are changing just because of staffing issues. So the hours that are currently up here are the current ones that are online. And then the Logan County Courthouse, they are found in the naloxone is found in the lobby and in the restrooms as well. And then you can purchase them if you so please, but I prefer you don't have to because you can get them for free anywhere else. But if you just happen to want to, you can get it at Walgreens or CVS. And in Mason County, Havana Public Library, you can get naloxone, fentanyl, and xylazine test strips in there little entryway during operating hours. At the health department, you can get naloxone and fentanyl test strips as well during their hours. And at the library in Manitou at the Foreman Valley Public Library and the Mason City Public Library as well. And all the pharmacies in the community, you can also purchase naloxone, but there are places that you can get it for free. So I'm just sharing these options to you. So before we move in to our reframing recovery box discussion, does anyone have any questions before I move on? Because I just threw a lot of info towards you.
Good job getting those out in so many places.
Well, thank you. It was a team effort. It wasn't just me. All right. Well, I'm going with we can keep going. So today, we are going to kind of focus on our reframing recovery boxes, and coming up with an elevator pitch. So what does that mean, right? So what we have talked about these boxes a whole bunch, right? So, what has happened today in this is why I'm in the office, is because we actually put them together. So for the majority of the things that are in the boxes, minus a couple of things, most of the items are in the boxes, which is exciting. But what is the purpose of these reframing recovery boxes? So for those who don't know, our reframing recovery is our stigma reduction campaign. So the purpose of this is the stigma reduction campaign is to reduce the stigma within the community. And that was noticed within our survey, our community survey that we have done annually. So that was something that we noticed and have in our strategic plan for our ROSC. So the point of the boxes is we want to get more naloxone into the community. We want to reduce stigma around recovery. The flyers weren't getting as much impact that we thought they would, and or people just weren't seeing them. And we also just want to provide some more resources to local businesses within the community. So when people are giving these boxes out, the ask is there will be a frame within them. And we just ask that they put this frame at a place where people can see, the frame, because it will have information on it that, is for people to see that they should see. There will be a window cling that says proud to support recovery. So we would like them to place that on a window where there will be a lot of customer traffic. And then we'd like you to get a snapshot of a video of them saying their name and or their business name. Sometimes people have to get permission for that. And saying that they support recovery in Logan Mason County. And then with the video, we will be putting together um, a big video to kind of showcase all the places that have our boxes and are supporting this campaign, which is really awesome. So why are we talking about this? Why do I care? Well, I'm gonna need your help with coming up with an elevator pitch because I can't do this alone, and this is why the ROSC exists, because I need your help. So we're gonna work together to create an elevator pitch. So what I need from you is I'm curious, honestly, is how would you describe the ROSC? So like our three top priorities is reducing stigma, right? So we use the reframing recovery for that, promoting MAR and other evidence-based services, and then promoting harm reduction in the community. So with that information and with this information about the boxes, I'm going to put you guys into a couple of breakout rooms. And if you guys can work together for about 15 minutes, kind of working together to create a elevator pitch, just kind of a general one of you're going to a business, you're walking up with this box and you're saying, "Hey, I am Grace. I'm with the Logan Mason ROSC. Um, we are doing reframing recovery stigma reduction campaign. We have this box of goodies or whatever. But this is what the ROSC is about, blah, 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 blah. So what, and obviously people who are new to this, campaign, obviously you don't have to give as much input. But, Cami, do you feel like that's enough to go
Yeah, so
with?
just maybe to understand exactly what should be in an elevator pitch to make it
Right.
great.
Mm-hmm.
So it should have certain components. It should be about a minute or less. And it should be like a concise summary of who you are, what you do, and why it matters. And then it should end with a call to action. So, like, what are you wanting them to collaborate with you, partner with you, come to your meeting, sign up for something? So, what's the call to action? So, like, how are you going to wrap it up? So, it needs to have like an introduction, the problem that you're working to fix, the solution to the problem, and then the call to action. So, think about those four components when you're putting together your less than 1 minute speech. And then also just remember an elevator speech should not have acronyms or jargon, so words that people don't understand. So people might not understand what MAR is. So be clear. Those are my thoughts. Thank you, Grace.
Yeah. Does anyone have any questions? No. Okay. I am putting everyone in rooms right now. All right, here we go.
Like input.
Recording. All right, so welcome back. Um, I think that was we had some solid discussion. It seems like you guys did it too. So if you guys, I'm just curious, uh, what you guys have. Or do you want me to go first? I don't know.
We'll go first because we're pretty proud of our work.
Okay, go for it.
So I will read it, but full disclosure, this is what we did. We first went to Chat GPT,
Mm-hmm.
took what we got from there, and then we just customized it, tailorized it, took out some and added some. So,
Got it.
that was our starting point, which sometimes having a starting point just makes it seem so much easier, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here it is. Recovery Oriented Systems of Care, or ROSC, is a group of people and organizations coming together to work with one another and support recovery in our community. We have three main goals, which are reducing stigma, increasing access to treatment options, and promoting harm reduction. We focus on meeting people where they are, promoting multiple pathways to recovery, and helping individuals take meaningful steps toward recovery. We also host community events such as sober social activities. We would like to invite you to attend our monthly council meeting. Please set this toolkit out in your business and feel free to direct others to our Facebook page.
I like it. I like it. So we went like the opposite route where we shot ideas and then we're about to go to ChatGPT.
Okay.
Yep. Thanks, Cami.
Mhm.
So we had the ideas and I started typing it and then it went, oh, you have 60 seconds left. And I went, well, no ChatGPT for you. So our main points that we wanted to get out there is that we have a solid core group of partners and we're wanting to expand it. When we are approaching a business, we kind of want to make it personable. So why it's kind of telling them why we're part of the ROSC. And if you are a person with lived experience, kind of giving like a snippet of your story and why you are where you're at and why you are part of the ROSC. Um, and then honing in on reducing stigma and promoting harm reduction services, because, and then also MAR, as well with evidence-based practices. But those two are like the top two things that really go with the box. Um, and um, that emphasizing that you are a part of a larger effort, that this is community oriented and that, not to be shy about it, but um, even if you are, and if you would like to help in any way, just the little help will make a bigger impact no matter what. Um, and hope is the collaboration of and helping everyone understand that their support will help shatter the stigma. So having that frame out will help lessen that taboo of stigma. So with all of that, I'm on my way to making elevator pitches. So I appreciate it. That was very,
Love it.
very good.
I feel like I can see them both together. Like I can see, pick out the things in yours that we didn't add. Um, so yeah, I love it.
I do too,
One
because
thing I feel like what we missed was having like the PLE component and that how that can add a why to this whole thing. So loved that. That was a oversight on us.
well, I mean, it was an oversight on us too, where we didn't even talk about like multiple pathways to recovery and any of that. Like, I think you guys touched on things that we didn't touch on, and so see, like two minds come together, bringing it together. So
So if
Yeah,
these two groups had a baby, what the baby will be the perfect elevator pitch.
perfect. Might be long, but it's
I would
something.
upload both of those into chat and have it congeal all the points
Hmm.
and see what comes back.
Oh yeah, that'll be my next step.
Yep.
So, but we don't have time for that right now. That's like a work in progress and making it do its thing and getting it to cooperate is a whole other level of life. All right. So, anything else to add before we move on? All right. So, these are just to just add on to, these are just some locations that we have great relationships with already, that I know for a fact would take these boxes. So Spoon River, I already know. I've already talked to Spoon River College. She already wants two boxes, one for each campus. All the libraries, we have great relationships with them. And so giving them a couple Narcans won't hurt anything. And also, um, they just have to, a lot of times just have approval from their board. So, that is just really the caveat through there. I've already talked to Guest House a long time ago, and he's willing to put a frame on every single table. And probation for Logan and Mason County, Hope on Fifth, Arlea Theater, Subway in Mason City. It's helpful that when Tyler, Dominic, and I teach, that is where we eat. And so then we became regulars. And so we learned that the manager there is in recovery, so it's just really awesome. And so because of that, she is awesome and probably would be really open to this. The Park District, while we were at our event the other night, I talked to her about this, and so she would probably be very open to having a box. Um, and both health departments. Heartland Community College is a big supporter of ours. All in Wellness is a counselor that's in Havana, and she's a big supporter of the ROSC. Memorial Behavioral Health, obviously, Mason District Hospital and the senior services. I talked to them. They would be all about this, and Lincoln Police Department. Chief is the bomb, so he probably will be all about this. Mason City Pharmacy, I connected with that pharmacist who manages that, and so she would probably be all about it. And the Manitou Pharmacy, they're pretty cool, alongside with Walter's drugstore as well. WLCN, we have a good relationship with Lloyd Kirby. And that was something that Ron, when we were in our group, mentioned doing a little feature on his 411. Well, Jeanette's the one that said 411, but going on there and talking about reframing recovery. Community Action, we have a good relationship with them for both counties. And while we were at the event on Saturday, um, they also said that they would be cool with having a box. We have a great relationship with the Manitou Hardware and Tire Center in Manitou, so I wouldn't see why they wouldn't be on board. Sword and Board is a board game store in Havana, Illinois, and so the owner's wife works at the library, and she's pretty cool. So I wouldn't see why that they wouldn't be about it. And then Heaven Sent in Havana is the floral store, and we have a pretty good relationship with them through our prevention side of things. So I wouldn't s- I it might be a stretch, but they probably would be pretty open to it. So these are just some ideas. And obviously from the list that we talked about in our last meeting, there obviously are way more places that we can go to, but I felt like these are good starting points for both counties on places that we can go to. So obviously I'll flesh it out to being like, this is Logan, this is Mason, but this was just like a brain vomit onto a PowerPoint of what I did. Um, so upcoming meetings. So our next deflection meeting is March 24th from 10 a.m. to 11:30 at Hope on 5th or on Zoom. Our next recovery and action meeting is a TBD. I need to change the date because there is a training at the same day. So I need to have a conversation with some RA group members and see if we can move that. Our next ROSC meeting will be April 16th from 2 to 3. It will be virtual. And upcoming trainings, there's a peer support and clinical collaboration integrating lived experience to improve outcome. That would be March 25th, from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. by Trinda Hodges, if I said her name right. And it'll be in Springfield at the MG Nelson Family Auditorium at the Edgar J. Curtis Memorial Learning Center. Let's Get Together Again, a celebration of peer recovery support specialists will be held here in Normal, Illinois at Heartland Community College. That is April 7th from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Alcohol and Cannabis Prevention Policy Summit, which is in Urbana, Illinois at the LEAS Training Center at U of I. That is April 14th, 2026, from 8:30 to 4:30. Does anyone have any questions about any of these trainings or meetings before I move on? Or
No.
anybody wants to add anything else that is upcoming? Okay, fantastic. Well, don't forget to like, share, and spread the good news about the ROSC on our Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube channel. Here is our information. Our Tristan McGrew is our part-time recovery core project coordinator. Nadia Kleekamp is the director of integrated community education. And I am Grace Irvin, the prevention coordinator. If you have anyone who would like to be a part of the ROS community, please pass their information along to me and I can get them on the email list. But since we have a couple minutes, if anyone has any updates, you have a whole minute to do that. But if not, we can all go home. Well, not go home, but we can just be done.
I'll throw this out there that Gateway has open or availability for males, all funding sources, Medicaid, all that for immediate intake upon, of course, screening at our facility. And that is, we are available to do intakes over the weekend as well. So adult males, immediate availability.
Awesome. Thank you, Matt. Anybody else? Well, if you would like more information about any of those trainings, let me know and I can send some information your way. Lisa, did you have anything?
No, I didn't. I'm sorry if did I raise my hand accidentally?
No, you just popped your camera on, so I just
Oh,
didn't know.
so sorry.
No, you're fine. I just wanted to make sure. Oh, you're good. All right. Well, everyone, you have a great rest of your day. Thank you so much for helping with the elevator pitches for the reframing recovery boxes. Annie, it's so nice to meet you. Thank you for joining us today. You guys have a great rest of your day. Please enjoy that beautiful weather outside. Have a